Faribault Senior Center, and you brought with you a guest today, Mona.
Jen Bimberg is here. She's the site manager for the dining program and also runs the business office at the senior center. So she has lots of hats that she wears, but she's here really to talk about the dining program.
I'm not seeing any hats, Jen.
Yeah, well, we do have lots that we give her to wear, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you're in charge of the terrific food,
Yes,
and it has to all comply with certain dietary guidelines, I would guess.
It does, yes. we serve a noon meal at 11:30, Monday through Friday, and it's a third of the daily allowance for calorie intake per person.
A third? What is my calorie? When I'm 80, what should my?
Well, that's based on a 2,000 calorie diet per day.
That's for any human being, whether you're 40 or 90, you're supposed to get 2,000 calories a day.
That's what they say.
I'll be darned. Did you know that, Mona?
I did not. I generally eat more than that. But I know that nutritionally that's what's your. In fact, when you read the labels, isn't that what it says based on a 2,000 calorie diet? So, yeah, I know they work the dietitians, the menu's prepared by a dietitian, and so it's very intentional on what they serve. So.
And the portions are smaller though, right?
They're done by the guidelines. We have serving utensils that, half a cup of vegetables and 2.5 ounces of protein and half a cup of fruit. So it's, it's a very nice portion size.
Oh, yeah. I'm not
So-
saying it's not, but I am saying that I eat more than that.
And you're right, some people eat less than that. And very often we'll see people, have a little container where they may take, a little bit of their leftover home, eat it later. But it's planned for that full meal, so whether
And I
they
would-
eat it or
I
not.
would guess, Jen, if I have a special diet, like I can't have salt or anything like that, you guys can help me with that too.
Correct. We do not add salt to any of our meals. We do have salt and pepper on the tables, so that's up to each individual person to do that. We be very careful in the seasonings that we use as far as that they don't contain salt or extra sodium. Sometimes it's a problem though because we can't help what the food is, fixed with, how it comes to us. So we just be very careful in our cooking methods. So if you have a lower salt, lower sodium diet, you don't have to be afraid to eat there. If you're a diabetic, we have those options for you.
We've got ladies in studio that know how to handle things happening at the Faribault Senior Center, right, Mona?
That's right, exactly. We just had a new newsletter that has been mailed out, and I see you must have received yours. So we're getting a lot of interest and a lot of people talking about what's going on for our programming this spring. So it's right around the corner, Gordy.
Thank heaven.
I know.
So, did you tell us the prices on the senior meals?
It's a suggested donation if you're of $3.50 if you're over 60 or older, and it's a full cost of $6.50 if you're under the age of 60.
Did you hear that?
So anyone can eat there.
Where can you eat for $3.50?
I know.
And get a full diet
Yes.
meal. I mean,
Yes. It comes with the full entree, your fruits, vegetables, meat. It comes with dessert. It comes with milk, water.
I don't even eat dessert very often anymore, do you?
No, well, I try not to. I do like my sugar, though, I have to admit.
But I will say, growing up, we always had dessert.
True. That's very true. A piece of cake or some pudding. Yeah. Pie.
Jello once in a while was used as a dessert.
That's true. Yeah. It's one of the signature, I like to refer to it as kind of the signature program at the senior center because it is what most people know us for. We have a lot of people that come in the door just for that. And we would like to encourage people to try it. We'd like the numbers to go up, and we have lots of room for people. I think one of the nice things about the program is you do not, also you don't have to sign up ahead of time. Maybe Jen could tell more about that, but
Sure.
Yeah, Mona's absolutely correct. You do not have to sign up ahead of time. The only time that we ask for reservations is for our larger holiday parties, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, that type of thing. Otherwise, you can be downtown with some friends and say, let's go have lunch, and come down to the senior center to have lunch. So,
And just show up.
and just show up.
All right, you got a menu in here, I'm pretty sure.
We do.
I'm just gonna
Yes.
give people an example of what you have, or do you wanna do that for us?
I certainly can, but otherwise, you can pick out the ones that maybe your favorites.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong month.
One of the favorites I know is our baked chicken menu. Baked chicken, mashed potatoes. We do a really good job with baked chicken. A couple others is the roast pork, roast beef, things that a senior or a senior couple are not going to make for themselves because it either makes too much or it's just too much preparation. That it's just not worth it for one or two people. So those are some of our more popular meals, something that they might have grown up with, but no longer want to prepare for themselves.
I think liver and onions is another really popular one.
Yeah.
Gordy's wrinkling his nose
Oh,
here.
we had it every Sunday night when I was a kid.
You did. See,
Mom
and
and Dad loved those liver and onions.
we have people that mark their calendar for when we have, in fact, I think, Jen, don't you put it on the menu once a month? Try to?
Well, we try to put it on once a month. Doesn't always happen, but we have our regular liver and onion people that will come
Yeah.
down for that day.
Well, I think that generation was,
Yeah.
you used to see it on restaurant menus too back in the day.
Exactly. I know my father-in-law, that was a treat when he went out to eat. He would order liver and onions in a restaurant. So you're right. It's very popular with a lot of people.
I don't think you see it served too often in restaurants now.
I don't even know that.
It's kind of surprising when you do see it.
I will say that once in a while I have it down at Bashers for the
Oh.
very same reason that a lot of people request it.
Yep.
So it is one of the faves down at the senior center.
It is one of the favorites down at the senior center, yes.
You got good cooks too, right, Jen?
We do. Janet and Lynette do a very good job at cooking and serving, and they're just a great staff to have. So.
Now, if there's something on the menu that I don't like, can I order something, or do you have to go by the menu?
We generally have to go by the menu. We do try to give alternates on, say, liver and onion day. We're going to have an alternate.
Mm-hmm.
But most days may not carry an alternate because it's pretty, I guess, quote unquote, normal food. But other days that if it's a high sodium option like baked ham or kielbasa, we're going to put on an alternate so that the people do have that choice.
I have to ask, because I was asked this just the other day by a listener, Mona, how are things going at Fashions on Central?
Fashions on Central, formerly known as the Clothes Closet, I will say that. People are still getting used to it, but are going wonderfully. We have a new look, a whole new look inside the store and outside the store. Our new logo, our new signage, and the inside of the store also looks different. We've opened up some space. We, as you know, we have discontinued the men's department for to give us more space and move the children's area, and now we have lots and lots of room for our women's clothing, which is really the highest volume of what we sell down there. So it's going fabulous, really. Thank you.
And again, for people who did not hear, the reason you are no longer selling men's clothing is because men don't buy clothes very often.
Well, here's an example at my house. My husband has 4 pairs of pants.
That's it.
A
Four.
khaki pair, a gray pair, a navy pair, and a black pair. And we don't need more than 4 pair of pants. Maybe a pair of jeans here and there. So we wear them until they wear out.
Right.
We don't have a chance to donate them because they're worn out. And when you need a new pair, you go and buy the one new pair. Now, so typically, and I'm not picking on my husband, but typically, that's pretty typical,
Sure, I think so.
I think, for men, is they don't need a lot of clothes, they don't want a lot of clothes. And it's not everyone, but it's pretty standard. And so we're not getting a lot of donations. and we're not getting a lot of shoppers. So we need to maximize. Did you know there are 7 thrift stores in Faribault? 7 is a lot, and it's such a, I mean, we were the first. The Clothes Closet, now Fashions on Central, was the first. And I tell people it was such a great idea that now everyone's doing it.
That's true. No, you're right.
And so we needed to up our game and increase our presence in Faribault, and this is how we're doing it. And we want people to know that we have great products, they're clean, they are ready to take home and put on. So we take a lot of pride in that, the volunteers really do. So it's important to us. It's the main funding source for the senior center. People buy and donate to Fashions on Central, and they are basically making a straight donation to the senior center organization right here in your hometown.
But you get something in return for that.
Absolutely, you got something to take home and wear. So yeah, it's a win-win. So
And
really important to us.
I do like the new name.
Thank you, thank you. And the logo is very attractive. So we got it. It's a really nice, kind of smart. I think someone used the word smart. It's kind of a smart look. So
Fashions on Central.
tells you what we do, what we sell, and where we're located. That's the intention. So
You still have kids close to?
we do. Yes, we do. All the way from birth to teens, through teens. So boys and girls in the youth and children's department. So
Because, we were chatting the other day and you were telling me, how many stores did you say there are in town for men's clothes
well,
and women's clothes?
if you to buy new,
I mean, new, yeah.
no, someone told me 3. So, and I don't know if there's others, but I can only think of 3. So 7 secondhand clothing stores and 3 new. So we, that's why I think people should check out our store. We've got next to new clothing,
Mhm.
really, where with a great price besides. So, and you're supporting a nonprofit.
And you want them to bring everything there, even if they got holes and stuff, because you'll find a place to.
Right,
Send
and that's right, and men's actually, we will accept men's donations, and then what we will do is we will pass those along to, we have a relationship with St. Vincent de Paul, and we will pass along those men's clothing to them. So you can bring us whatever you have. We'll be happy to take that.
All right, then you don't have to go to different places either.
No,
Take it all.
we'll take it, and the other thing is we take good care of your donations. You know that when it comes in, we handle every item, and we take good care of it. Somebody made a comment one time. They said some people have a love affair with their clothing. You spend money picking it out. You spend money wearing and taking care of it. So you want to know that people are going to take care of it when you give it to them when you no longer need it. So, and we will. We will. It's not going to be thrown on a heap. We will take good care of.
Well, it is kind of a personal item. I mean, it's on your body all the time.
Absolutely. And maybe if you're donating something that belonged to a loved one, you want someone to know that it's important.
No question about that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk more with Jen and Mona. Not a lot of time, Mona, because, I've been teasing it the whole show. We better talk about the bird stuff.
Yeah.
Don't you think? We should probably talk about that.
Yeah. Brenda Johnson is the program coordinator at the Senior Center. And if you take a peek at this newsletter, and just scan it, you will see such a wide variety of things that we are offering this spring. Right on the front page, and we put it on the front page because we know that this is going to be really of interest to our members, the Bluebird program. And he will also talk about the environment and the habitat of birds and butterflies and those sorts of things. So this gentleman is extremely knowledgeable, and we're looking forward. We had a Bluebird expert. I think it was last year, and it was so well attended that we had to do something again. So March 12th, and we do ask people to sign up for that one, March 12th in the afternoon.
At 1:30. You've
Yep.
got some video conference programming here that looks very interesting.
I was wondering if that would catch your interest. The video conference programs are relatively new at the Senior Center, and they are actual live presentations from a museum, library, those sorts of things. And the two that we are promoting in this newsletter, one of them is from the Negro League's Baseball Museum. Baseball and Black History, and the curator is going to be doing the presentation on Negro Leagues and history of Negroes playing baseball in the early days. And the second one we're talking about is the Library of Congress, and that will be presented live from the Library of Congress, talking about what they have, how it got started, and how people can use it. You can actually use the materials in the Library of Congress, and so we are going to talk about that as well. So baseball and Black history in March, and the Library of Congress in April. So.
And there's lots of other things going on too at the Faribault Senior Center. There's a photo organization workshop on Tuesday, March 31st. Look, my folks have used that because they just put photos in, candy boxes or something. We're going through that one, when they pass.
There's so many people that actually store their photos like that, and now
They get curled and
yeah, we got the shoebox full, but then now the new thing is you got them on your phone or you got them on a flash drive, and it's like, I got all this. What am I going to do with it? And so this program, Sandra Barley is going to be our presenter, is going to talk about, how to get started and how to get this job start going. So photo organization workshop.
And that's free.
It is free. Yep.
These video conferences are
a little cost.
Practically free.
Yes, thank you for saying it that way. $3 for a member. So very cool. Ham radio, Larry Larson is going to do a program on ham radio. He's a ham radio operator, and that's coming up in April. That is also free. Something really exciting coming in May is a Ku Klux Klan presentation.
This was a hotbed in this area.
I didn't know that. Yeah,
especially all the time.
In the 20s, and Nancy Valancourt has done a lot of work with that, so she's coming to do a program in May.
Yeah,
so,
I was reading one time they had a big convention in Owatonna.
Really, southeastern Minnesota apparently was pretty renowned for that. So I definitely want to go to that. So that's scheduled for May. We're not doing much promotion yet. Kind of a teaser though.
Thank heavens we don't have that around here anymore.
I know. Is it Ku or Klux Klan? K-U or K-L-U?
It's a Ku Klux Klan.
Okay. So that is right there.
So there's an estate and will advice clinic too, and boy, people can. I should probably attend that, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Tuesday, April 28th, 1 until 4.
Yep.
Should have my ducks in a row,
We have a local attorney, Jessica Halfmeyer, is going to do that for people. You don't have to be a member, kind of get you going. And we also have a healthcare directives workshop, which kind of goes hand in hand. Nyla Willie, who is a retired social worker, will do a workshop on leading people through the process of fulfilling your healthcare wishes.
And everybody should have one of those, don't you think?
Absolutely, including you.
It was so nice when my folks made that decision on their own.
Correct.
Yeah. When Mom passed, they said she has a DNR. It's okay.
Yep.
That's the way it is.
So we have Nyla doing the healthcare directives in April, and then Jessica Halfmeyer doing the Will Advice Clinic also later in the month. So
all kinds of stuff going on.
I know.
And incentive to be a member too, because I'm just going to give you an example of this. We told you about the video conferencing, and Mona mentioned it's $3 for members. If you're not a member of the senior center, it's double that.
That's true.
You save a lot of money. And what's a senior membership again?
$25 a year for a single, $40 for a couple. So
what a deal that is.
Well,
and it's been that forever.
It's been that a long time, and we want to keep it that way as long as we possibly can. We do have to pay the bills, and that's what that money goes for. But the plan is not to make money; it's just not to lose money.
Right.
So that's the kind of the direction we go.
So before we leave, Mona, you gave the exciting news. You debuted it, I think, on this show, and we really appreciate that. When you were talking about expanding the senior center, right. I see you've got a consulting group hired. How's that going?
Actually, today's a really big day because the consultants, Crescendo Consulting, is starting today, doing the interviews on our assessment. We are going to be doing an assessment of the community to decide what the possible success rate is for us. So we are interviewing, we've got 16 interviews today, and we'll do another 16 in a couple of weeks, just to find out what the community, how the community feels and what the possible success rate is.
And you'll be targeting people my age, mid-50s.
Well, it's actually everybody, because you're not, there are people, this facility is gonna be around a long time, so we
Right.
wanna make sure that we have the full support of the community before we tackle it. It's a big project, it's a $2 million project, so we will not tackle it unless we know we can be successful.
Right. You have Wi-Fi there?
We do, we do already. Yeah, we have people that just bring their laptops in and sit down and check it out.
Because I was just thinking that's something that, my generation's probably gonna want.
Yeah. We will be adding program space, fitness space. We will continue the dining program as it is, and hopefully even add some other components to that is what we're hoping. So
Like I said on my Facebook posting promoting today's show,
yeah,
our goal in life is to become a senior, is it not?
that's a good way to say it.
I mean, seriously.
That's true. That's
The
true.
alternative is, not becoming a senior, you're no longer here.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a wealth of richness in that age group of people, which we see coming through our doors every day. So, yeah, we're very fortunate. This is a great job, isn't it?
It is wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of wisdom in that room,
I know. Yeah.
a lot of life experiences over at the senior center.
Yep.
So if you'd like to become a member, we encourage you to do that. Make sure you give Mona a call or get a hold of them somehow.
Yep. Call us at the senior center anytime. Sign up for stuff. Our website is all up to date.
And pay your $25 or $40.
Yep.
What a deal.
That's right.
What a great deal. All right, that concludes today's edition of Hey Minnesota.